Hello everyone, and welcome to my basement. You're probably watching this video to decide if you want to switch from your existing water tank to a tankless unit like the one I have here. And I want to share my own experience with you and hopefully make that decision easier for you. So my experience started with my own water tank, which was about this big and about this high. And it took this whole area basically. And I would be sitting in the room next door and the unit would just come on its own, and it would stay on for what seems to be ever. Just to keep the water hot inside the tank at the temperature you set it to. And that seemed to be like a waste of gas, all that gas is being used for water that's not being used, right? Nobody's home, I'm sitting there, and the tank is on just to keep the water hot. So I wanted to save some money on my gas bill, so I switched to a tankless water heater. This unit is, the brand name is Rinnai. It's a Japanese brand name. It's pretty good, has a lot of nice reviews online, and I got it rented because I didn't know the technology very well, so I didn't want anything wrong to happen with it and I stay without hot water. So I got it rented, and within the contract, if anything happens to it, they'll come and fix it, they'll replace it, they'll take care of everything. So when the company came to install it, they did everything. They took away the old hot water heater for free. It was included. They canceled my contract with the old company, and they installed this thing against the wall. As you can see here, it's about the size of a small box, and they drilled the wall to vent it outside and everything. They took care of everything really, and I gained all this space. You can see the positives come in right away. You have more space to store your stuff, to put your tools and so on, and the unit doesn't come on its own if it's not being used. So that's the bonus that I received immediately. Now on the flip side, the claim is that you get instant water, hot water in your house. My kitchen is right upstairs, so the pipe just goes right straight up. But it does take about 10 seconds for the hot water to get there. From here to there, it takes about 10 seconds. When you turn the water on, the unit comes on automatically. It has to heat the water, it has to bring it up to whatever temperature you set it to. I have mine at 115. So it has to heat the water that's coming in from the outside to 115 degrees and send it up there. And it takes 10 seconds for that water to get to you. And by the time 10 seconds are gone, you've already washed your hands or done whatever you needed to do. So that's a little problem there. My shower is all the way down at the other side of the house, which is about, I'd say about 30 feet of pipe. The house is much smaller than that, so it's about 30 feet of pipe. It takes 50 seconds, I timed it, it takes 50 seconds for the water to get from here all the way there. So you're standing in the shower, you've got the hot water on, but you're getting cold water for 50 seconds until the hot water gets from this unit all the way down to the other side of the house. I don't know if you see a problem with that, but I have a huge issue with wasting water like that. So it's quite problematic for me if you're water conscious and all that you're wasting all this cold water just to get hot water so you can shower, so you can wash your hands and do the dishes and all of that stuff. The other issue I found with it is the fact that it has a minimum volume that you need to go through before it turns on. So let's say for example you need a little trickle of hot water, you're not going to get that. The water has to be at a certain volume before the unit turns on and gives you hot water, otherwise it won't do that. So no trickle hot water with this unit. Whether with the tank, you will always get a trickle of hot water or warm water or whatever you want. The other issue as well, there's a lot of issues if you notice, that it has a maximum flow. So let's say you're showering and the washing machine comes on. The washing machine is competing for the hot water as well as your shower, right? So if the maximum output has been reached, you're both going to notice a decrease in water level. So if you're using, let's say in the shower you're using 30 cold and 70 hot, all of a sudden you're getting 50 hot and 50 cold, so you're going to get cold water in there. And then when the washing machine stops taking water, you're going to have to wait 50 seconds for the water to recalibrate and get to you at the level that you had it set to. So let's say you're getting 50-50 now, you change your faucet level to, again, to 70-30, you're going to notice a drop in pressure of the water, of course, and then when the washing machine is done doing its thing, the pressure is going to go up again for 50 seconds, and then you're going to get hot water, so you're going to have to fix it again, if that makes sense. Another problem is that there's when you turn the water off, let's say you're in the shower, again you want to save water, you turn it off while you lather and whatever you want to do with yourself. That came out wrong. Don't take that as something weird, okay? When you turn the water off, this unit's going to go off, right? So when you're done, you want to turn the water back on, you're going to get the hot water that's in the pipes, but then 50 seconds later you're going to get cold water that's coming in from the outside before this unit was able to heat it. So you're okay, and then now 50 seconds later you're getting cold water, so you have to stand back and then wait for the water to come back as hot so you can stand back under it and continue your shower or whatever you're doing. You're washing the dishes, whatever it is you're doing. There's this, they call it the sandwich effect. It's a known problem, and they've actually named it the sandwich effect. What else is in there? So if we want to sum it up quickly, the unit is small. It enables you to have a lot of space here. It might give you a discount on your insurance because you don't have the big hot water tank that might explode. You have to tell your insurance that you have this. Another reason I got this unit is because the rental fee of this unit versus the purchase price was about 5 to 6 years. So I can rent this unit for 5 to 6 years for the same price if I wanted to buy a new one. And that seemed to be a good deal for me, except I didn't know that they're going to increase the price every so often. And whenever they want, they can increase the price just at a drop of a hat, right? So my price has gone up by, I'd say, about more than 25% in 6 years. And I've had this unit for 6 years, and luckily I haven't had any issues with it. It's a good brand, and Rinnai brand is a pretty good brand, don't get me wrong. But the rental fee can be increased by your rental company at any time for no reason, just because they can. And my rental unit has increased in price by more than 25%. So any savings that you do realize by reducing your gas usage, you're going to be paying more when renting a unit like that. So be very careful, do your own calculations. If you want to purchase one, you may save a lot of money. If you want to buy one, they're pretty solid units. But renting, I strongly recommend against renting one of those machines because you are trapped in that contract. Unfortunately, my contract states that I will have the unit for life. I'm hoping it's not my life. I'm hoping the unit dies before I do, so I can get to replace it and go back to a tank. I'd honestly go back to a tank at any time right now. As soon as this unit gets any sort of problem, I'm going back to a tank. Otherwise, I'll have to pay a huge fee to break out of that contract. So this is my experience with water heaters, the tankless water heater. It works okay. It does deliver hot water if you wait, if you don't mind wasting a lot of water, and if you don't mind paying more. Less on your gas bill, but more for your rental. And that's the story. I hope it makes your decision a lot easier for you, and thanks for watching.